When most of us think of what the Earth looks like, images that have been sent from outer space fill our heads. But have you ever wondered how it all started? It began in the Hadean Eon when the Earth first began to form around 4.6 billion years ago. Three, ma- Three major events helped form the Earth: heat, magnetic formation, and the moon. Let's rewind back 4.6 billion years ago when the story of the Earth just began. In the very beginning of the Hadean Eon, the Earth was unrecognizable. It did not resemble the big blue planet we call Earth today. It was nothing more than a giant inferno consisting of molten lava. With the universe consisting of dust and gas, these things began to spin, forming strong winds. Gravity began to pull all particles that were left from the sun's creation, creating the sphere we know as the Earth. With the formation of the sphere, the heaviest material like iron and zinc sank to form the core. As heavier parts were drawn towards the center, lighter parts were pushed outwards. The friction of this process would cause a lot of heat, known as gravitational heat. This, along with collisions of the large objects, released a lot of heat, creating a surface of molten material. As the molten began to cool, the outside became hard to form a crust. According to the universe today, heat flows 3 times higher than it was today, back then. This would become part of the mantle, which helps heat up the Earth today. The next event I want to talk about is magnetic fields. According to physics.org, the core is mostly iron, surrounded by a layer of nickel and other materials. The movement of this liquid generates covalent currents. These electric currents affect the heat flow within the Earth. This motion is what generates the magnetic fields. The, the early development helped with deflecting solar winds and protecting the Earth from space radiation. It does the same thing for us today. The last major event I want to talk about is how the moon helped form the Earth. During the beginning of the Hadean Eon, a large object the size of Mars hit the new forming Earth. This is called the giant impact hypothesis. This theory is that an asteroid hit and some of the Earth's rocks sent into space. Because of the Earth's gravity, the debris stayed around the Earth and came together to form the moon. The heavier debris sank and helped form the core of the Earth. This impact was significant to form the Earth because it tilted on its axis. According to NASA, the tilt was what made it more livable for creatures, climates, ocean tides, and 24-hour days. Now that we know a little bit more about the beginning of the Earth, let me leave you with some final thoughts. The Hadean Eon was the very beginning, the formation of the Earth. During the Eon, 3 major events happened to create the Earth. Those 3 events were heat, magnetic fields, and the moon. Those 3 helped form the Earth we know today. Now when you see images of the Earth, the big blue marble, I hope you pause for just a second and think about where it all started and how amazing it is. That it went from this to this. And that is all.